Issue number 8. The student says, I don't do study sheets. The student spends about 1 minute looking at the web content and then proceeds to take the test 5 or 6 times in a row. And of course, they're always asking, can you please reset my quiz? So the intervention is quite straightforward. There's no resets without the study sheet being completed. Now, that's important to have the standard, but sometimes it's necessary to be the guide on the side and provide those supports. So the teacher can sit down with the student and show how we make notes without even using a study sheet. And then when the worksheet or the study sheet is available, then we use the notes to fill in the information for the study sheet. The result of this is that by showing the steps to getting through the study sheet, the teacher has paved a route. And it makes it seem like, well, it's okay to do study sheets now. And in fact, it makes getting through the quiz a lot faster. By taking the time to do the study sheet, maybe it takes 20 minutes, we avoid having to reset and redo and take the quiz again, and it's so boring. Oh my goodness. Okay. It might also help if a binder can be found for the student, and if the sheets are summarized and organized into sections before the final test. The 9th issue is the student runs through the test but doesn't appear to retain much at the end of term exam. In other words, they're doing well on all the little units, but when it comes to that summary, the end of term or after 6 units you get a large test, they're not doing well on it. Well, the intervention is in response to this apparent lack of holding the information in the kid's head. By using projects and discussions to help make the connections, the new information will be connected to what you already know. And so the result is that many students like projects and will remember something better if they've talked about it with another person, or if they've even taught another person or a small group about what they've just learned. And this is something we've heard before. You remember what 20% of what you read, 30% of what you heard, maybe 50% of what you saw, but maybe close to 95% of something that you've taken time to learn enough to be able to teach it. And that's part of what having a discussion or a project is about. Issue number 10. The student says, I hate this course. Well, the intervention might be create a discussion. Often students don't like isolation. If you ask students who have done a section to talk about it with students who have not yet done a section, and then you record their discussion for credit. It can be an audio recording, or you can make have them make notes together. This is what we talked about, and then that could be entered as part of their portfolio. And building a portfolio is a nice skill as well. This procedure will help students who are interpersonal learners. You can ask the group to make a poster, which is a project, and then post their work on the wall. And why not give them credit, which helps towards their apex grade. They'll be able to see that time spent away from the computer earns them points, just as time sitting at the computer earns them points. Sometimes students who are bored can be roped into the enthusiasm and fun of interacting with their peers.